everybody, and welcome here to John Salone Field at McDonald Park, where the Geneva Redwings host the visiting Niagara Falls Americans. Fans in the stands, please be aware of the field of play when the ball is in play to avoid any flying objects entering into the stands. Tonight's game is sponsored by Ontario County. So let's get things started here with the starting lineups. First with the visiting Niagara Falls Americans. Batting first, playing second base, number 27, Justin Gladfelter. Batting second, playing right field, number 18, David Harris. Batting third, playing left field, number 15, Matthew Gancho. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, number 3, Dominic Zangardi. Batting fifth, playing center field, number 13, Derek Jesmondi. Batting sixth at the hot corner, number 26, Adam Weiss. Batting seventh, playing shortstop, number 22, Anthony Sabino. Batting eighth, the extra hitter, number 23, Vincent Fabada. Batting ninth, playing third base, number 6, Cooper Rowell. Rounding out the lineup for the visiting Niagara Falls Americans, and catching, number 20, Nick Pass. Starter today for the Americans will be number 42, Angel Nova Lopez. Now time for the hometown Geneva Redwings starting lineup. Batting first, playing second base, number 29, J.C. Gamble. Batting second, playing center field, number 3, Dylan Briggs. Batting third, out in right field, number 38, Connor Migos. Batting cleanup, playing first base, number 28, John Mendola. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 19, Caden Coots. Batting sixth, at the hot corner, number 6, CJ Origo. Batting seventh, the extra hitter, number 26, Dylan Abbott. Batting eighth, playing left field, number 37, Nick Filipponi. Batting ninth, the designated hitter, number 31, Ben Buxton. Rounding out the lineup for the hometown Geneva Redwings, playing shortstop, number 1, Christopher Gonzalo. On the bump today for the Red Wings will be number 7, Caden Bro. Please rise if you are able. So we have a special guest throwing out the first pitch following the national anthem. It will be Beth Relia. Please rise if you are able as we honor our nation with the playing of the national anthem.
Bro, why is he talking to me one-on-one? Like, I know we have a first pitch. Relay. Like, bro. McDonough Park?
McDonough, yeah.
Make sure.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's so hot, dude. Oh my god.
Please welcome to the mound, Beth Relea. And Beth throws a strike. Let's give her a big round of applause, everybody. Once again, tonight's game is sponsored by Ontario County. There are some booths out there down the right field line near the home bullpen. If you have some free time in between innings, go and check them out. Play ball.
Oh my god.
Nope, 27.
Raining with the sun out is certainly interesting here in Geneva, New York. Quite a serious rainfall, if I might add. Let me cover up my electronics here real quick, folks. Regardless, welcome here to McDonough Park in Geneva, New York. The Geneva Redwings are hosting the visiting Niagara Falls Americans for the first time here in Geneva this season. Caden Bro, the starter today. He's been excellent this season, despite a couple blemishes. So here is Justin Gladfelter, the righty, steps into the batter's box to face off against the righty, Caden Bro. Bro kicks and deals and misses upstairs. We are underway here at McDonough Park. The wind really picking up along with the rain, although the sun starting to reveal itself from behind the clouds out there above the left field wall. Just in time for Bro to begin his start. There's a strike. 2-1 on Gladfelter. Quick overview on Justin Gladfelter. 279 hitter and 14 games started. He is 12 for 43 on the season. 349 slug, 508 on base. Very good OPS. He's got 14 walks to 6 strikeouts. He's in a 3-1 count here against Bro to lead the game off. And now a full count. Gladfelter tossed his bat. That one clipped the outside corner. The count is full. So not a good first impression there to this umpire. Throwing the bat away, thinking you drew a walk on the first at bat of the game. Bro patiently waiting. Shakes off 3 times. Gets on the same page as Coots. Here's the payoff. Strike 3. Gladfelter down looking. Bro starts the game with a bang. 1 away. cracked into left center field. It'll get down for a base hit. Rounding first, coming for second. He'll be in there with a double. Matthew Gancho having a fine season so far in the first month of PGCBL action. 357 batter. 15 games played, 14 of those starts. 15 for 42 on the season. He's got 20 RBIs, 10 more than the second place on his team. As the rain continues to fall here with the sun out. Check swing. He went around, says the home plate umpire. 1-1 the count. Sorry that the final is popping up on the score bug. There we go. One out here in the top of the first. A man on second. That runner Harris, who doubled the left center. Bro struck out the first batter of the game. Looking. Misses low and away. 2-1 on Ganschow. Clips the outside corner on 2-1. Count even at twos. Benefit of the call there. It's early in this game. Hitters and batters alike will begin to learn the zone of this home plate umpire, and they'll have to adjust. Bros 2-2. Wave and a foul tip. Fouled back here, still 2-2. Harris off of second, held on by Gamble. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. A sword to Ganschow. And 2 strikeouts in the inning, 2 away. So here's Dominic Zangardi. Blocked right in front of Coots. Thought it went past him to the backstop. It did not. It stuck right there next to home plate. So Harris advances to third. Let's take a quick look at the defensive alignment for the Geneva Redwings. Filipponi in left, Briggs in center, Migo in right. Hard hit down the right field line. Hooking foul into the home bullpen. Now third to first in the infield, Arrigo, Gonzalo, Gamble, and Mendola. Again, Bro the starter. Coots behind the dish. The DH today, Ben Buxton, and the EH is Dylan Abbott. And this one popped up down the left field line. It'll make the seats. One and two on the cleanup man. A runner on third for the Americans, looking to jump on the board first here in the first inning. Bro kicks and deals. Missed upstairs with the breaking ball, 2-2. The pitch. just missed outside. The count runs full. Right idea. Tried to get Zangardi to chase, but he spat on it. Very confident take there for the cleanup man. Pros payoff pitch. Popped up. Weakly hit fly ball into left center field. Briggs ranges to his right, and he's there to put it away, stranding a runner on third. So the one out double is stranded. Harris left on base, and the Red Wings coming to bat. Here's J.C. Gamble getting the first look for the Red Wings against Angel Nova Lopez. Wrapped weakly to first, and luckily for Gamble, it trickles foul. Grabbed over there at first. Hold the phone there, folks. Adam Weiss is the first baseman for the Americans. Again, Gamble takes upstairs. Nova Lopez ERA has ballooned this season in 4 starts as Gamble narrowly takes on the outside edge. The count 3-1 on the Red Wings leadoff hitter. Nova Lopez, 11 innings pitched, 15 hits allowed, 18 earned runs. 18 walks to 9 strikeouts. Lopez, 3-1 pitch, missed below the zone. The leadoff man aboard. Gamble works a walk. Gamble takes off in there, standing with a stolen base. He loves to do that when he gets on to lead the game off. It seems like every single game we come here and we watch this game at McDonough Park, where the Red Wings are the home team, Gamble gets on to lead the game off against the starter, works a long at bat, and then steals second base. It happens nearly every game. So Gamble off a second. Briggs up to the dish. Gamble takes off for third. No chance for the backstop of the Americans. Nick passed. So 2 stolen bases and a leadoff walk for Gamble. He stands on third base with no outs. So RBI opportunity here. Very easy RBI opportunity here, I might add, for Briggs against a pitcher who has struggled as a starter this season. Infield drawn in for the Americans. Briggs taps it foul. 2 balls and a strike on the Red Wings center fielder. Briggs has begun to swing the stick a little bit better this season. See him batting in the 2-hole. At one point, his average stood at 167. It's up to 227 now. It was just a few games ago. It was that low, below the Mendoza line. 2-1 pitch is popped up. Foul out of play. Briggs picked up his second RBI of the season in the last home game win here. Gamble off a third. Nova Lopez, 2-2 pitch. Missed outside, the count full. Connor McGough standing on deck. Full count. The pitch is tapped down the third baseline. Gamble forced to stay there. Picked out at first. Nice play over there by Weiss to save a run. Here comes Connor McGough. Connor McGough batting .471 in 6 starts. He is 8 for 17 as Nova Lopez gives him a rude welcoming to the righty batter's box. Nearly plunked him square in the helmet. McGough lines one into center field, and it's caught. Diving stop out there in center field, but Gamble able to score after Jesmondi grabs it. A nice play out there for him. Here's John Mendola. 1-0 Red Wings. Nova Lopez fires a first pitch strike to Mendola. It's been extremely refreshing every single time as the Red Wings home broadcaster to see them jump out to these 1-0 leads. And it's really been because of Gamble and his great at-bats. He's a great hitter. And his speed on the base paths. He's always daring the catcher to throw him out, and oftentimes he's safe. So then he gets around and he can score easily, like he just did on a sac fly. Easiest RBI opportunity for McGough of his life. Mendola quickly behind 0-2. 2 outs here on the Red Wings cleanup hitter playing first base. Mendola batting .353. 6 walks to 11 strikeouts. Nova Lopez deals outside. One-two pitch is smacked into the bullpen. Still 1-2. And I'll tell you what, folks, it is a scorcher here in Geneva, New York. Thank goodness the sun has hidden away behind those clouds out in left field, and the rain has ceased. These Americans made a long trip here from right next to Canada. Mendola lines one into right field, and it dunks in for a base hit. Mendola takes a round of first, and he's on with a 2-out single. Coots swinging a hot bat recently, average up to 273. Once was below 200 as Nova Lopez misses by a wide margin up and into Coots. Ball goes to the backstop. Mendola advances to second. So 2 out, runners in scoring position at bat here for the Red Wings catcher Caden Coots. Coots 7 RBIs on the season. Tied for third most on the team with company. Nova Lopez again misses up and in. 2-0 on Coots. Swing and a miss. Out in front on the breaking ball. 2-2. Coots looking to cash in on the runner in scoring position. Nova Lopez looking to limit the damage, already in a 1-0 deficit. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch, yanked it, and the count is full. Heat advisory in upstate New York. Temperature as high as 91 degrees today. Feels like nearing 100. The pitch is popped up. Right side near the Red Wings dugout. Falls directly on top of the dugout. No play for the Americans. Payoff pitch misses up and in. Another base runner aboard for the Red Wings. Here's CJ Arrigo. Dylan Abbott on deck. 2 men on, 2 outs. Ground ball to third. Roel steps on the base. and retires the side. But the Red Wings scratch across a run, jump out to an early 1-0 lead. Welcome back here to Geneva, New York. Red Wings leading 1-0. Derek Jesmondi coming up against Bro for his first look at the righty starter. Picked up 2 strikeouts in the first inning. Misses narrowly down. That one looked even lower than the first pitch, but that one is called a strike. 1-1 on Jesmondi, who made a sparkling defensive play out in center field in the last frame. Bro picked up 2 strikeouts there in the first inning, but gave up some slug after David Harris doubled to left center field. Three and one on Jesmondi. Clips the top of the zone, does Bro. And 3-2 the count. Jesmondi batting .342. Batting out of the 5-hole, playing center field. Bro shaking off, gets to his pitch. The payoff. Missed. Jesmondi aboard to lead things off here in the second. And that brings up the first baseman, Adam Weiss. Weiss batting just .237 in 15 starts as the runner takes off from first. Coots' throw is late. Stolen base there for Jesmondi. Not much of a chance for Coots. Bro really needs to get back to the zone here. Behind 2-0 on Weiss. A guy batting .237, you really want to come at him. Just 9 hits and 38 at-bats. He's got a .463 on base percentage, though. He's got 15 walks to 8 strikeouts. Nice stop there by Coots. Bro falls behind 3-0. Big lead off of second base for Jesmondi. Bro nearly throws it into center field. Him and Campbell giving each other a smile. Caden Bro ERA down to 3.54 on the season, and this is 4th start of the year. And a 4-pitch walk. First 2 base runners aboard here. And the top of the second. And here's Anthony Savino. Anthony Savino below the Mendoza line as he takes a strike from Bro. Finally finds the zone once again. 167 batting average for Savino. 13 games played, 11 starts, 6 for 36. 304 on base, 7 walks to 11 strikeouts. So a strikeout candidate here for Bro. He'll need one with 2 men aboard and nobody out to start off the second. Broken bat off the end, foul ball. Not happy that he broke the bat. Cooper Roel snaps it over his knee as he stands on deck. Oh, 0-2 the count on Savino. Bro, the long look in. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss. Savino down on strikes. 3rd strikeout of the game for Bro. 1 away in the inning. Runners take off, double steal. Coots couldn't get it out of his glove. Ball squirts away from Arrigo, but he's able to handle it. Double steal, 2 men in scoring position, just 1 away. Bro and Coots having an emphatic conversation between each other from home plate to the mound. Coots, a really strong arm, but he has struggled to get the ball out of his glove a few times this season. Infield drawn in for the Red Wings. Swing and a foul ball. Hefty hack there for Favada. Batting .182 in 4 starts. This is 5th of the season. 2 for 11 in those games. 1 walk to 3 strikeouts. Gets the benefit of the call. Goes ahead 1-2 on Favada. Bro looking for a strikeout. Definitely going to want to avoid a base hit. Here's the pitch. Called. Strike 3. Right back to that spot. 2 away. 4th strikeout of the game. 2nd consecutive strikeout for Bro. And now here's Roel. Line drive caught. Right there is Gonzalo to end the inning, and strand 2 for the Americans. So they threaten here in the second, but Bro works into and out of trouble. It's 1-0 Red Wings, with Geneva coming to bat in the bottom half of the second. Back at you here in Geneva, New York. Angel Nova Lopez back out there for another inning of work. First pitch grounded to short. On the run, backhanded scoop over there at first. Nice play on both ends. I didn't even get a chance to react for you guys. But Abbott is retired. One away here in the bottom of the second. Filipponi takes a strike. Filipponi batting .316 in limited tries. 7 games started, 9 games played total. 6 for 19 in those at bats. .421 slug, .409 on base, 3 walks to 3 strikeouts. And the umpire has been consistent for both sides now. About 2 balls off of the plate. 0-2. The count now on Filipponi. Nova Lopez struggled in the first. Avoided the big blow, but gave up a run. Score stands at 1-0 Geneva. 1-2 the count on Filipponi. Swing and a miss. Filipponi down on strikes. They'll need to record the out at first. And they do. 2 away. So here's Buxton. Swings at the first pitch. Left center field. There for it to put it away easily is Derek Jesmondi. So a quick 1-2-3 bottom of the second for Nova Lopez. Niagara Falls Americans looking to get right back at it. After 2, it is 1-0 Geneva as the rain starts to pick up once again. very odd weather we're having here in Geneva. And Bro getting the butt end of the stick here. It's only been raining when he's been out on the mound. It was not raining when we were calling the starting lineups, and it started to rain as soon as he was done throwing his warm-up pitches for the first batter of the game, and then it ceased when Angel Nova Lopez came out there in the bottom of the second, and now again here in the third, it's raining once again. 0-2, Bro working quickly against the 10-hole hitter Nick Past, and cut on him is strike three, 5th strikeout for Bro. Americans back to the top of the lineup. No surprise that Caden Bro racking up the strikeouts here early in the game. He's been known to do that this season. But I must say, 5 strikeouts through 2 1/3 innings as he gets a weak swing to the leadoff man for the Americans, Gladfelter. 1-1 the count. Three balls and 1 strike on Gladfelter. Bro perhaps trying to nibble too much. Gladfelter down on strikes in his first at bat. A 3-1 pitch. Right down Broadway. 3-2. Bro, his payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Lost the bat. 6th strikeout and another sword. 2 away in the inning. Making these Americans batters look silly, for the exception of David Harris, who hit it hard in his first at bat. He's got a double against Bro. Bro has overmatched righty batters so far in this one. Missed inside. 1-0 on Harris. Bro through 2 2/3, just 1 hit allowed, and it was to this guy, David Harris, a double. He's got 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. 2 of those strikeouts looking. 1-0 pitch, wrapped foul. Yanked the fastball yet again. 3 balls and a strike. Finds the zone. Swing and a miss on the fastball. The count runs full. Another full count pitch coming. Just missed outside. So a 2-out walk for Harris. He's aboard twice in as many at bats. Ganschow struck out in his first at bat. Harris off on the first pitch. Ganschow swinging, fouls it out of play, 0-1. David Harris, 6 stolen bases on the season. Picked up another one, so he's at 7 as he had one in the first inning against Bro. Bro checking on Harris over at first. Slide step, swing and a miss. Tied him up inside on the high fastball. Works ahead, 0-2 on Ganschow. Yankees Tigers just started in the Bronx. 2-0 Detroit early. Cam Schlittler allowed 2 home runs in the first inning, and both in the same inning for the first time in his career. Bro looking for his 8th strikeout. The 0-2 pitch. Tried to get him to chase upstairs. Not going for it was Ganschow, 1-2. Red Wings coming off an 11-0 Mercy Rule loss against the Oilers, looking to get things right here at McDonough Park. Two balls, 2 strikes. A man on first, 2 away in the inning. Bro kicks and deals and foul ball. Ganschow late on the heater. Still 2-2. Runner takes off. The throw down. Gamble tried to apply the tag in athletic play, but a stolen base there for Harris. His 2nd of the game, 8th on the season. Pitch was a ball. The count is full on Ganschow. I mean, how many full counts have we seen today so far? Just as Bro as the starter. Looking for the put-away pitch here. Man in scoring position, 2 outs. Bro rocks and deals. Missed below the zone. 2nd walk of the inning. Nice stop back there by Coots. throw. Checks on Harris at second. Gonzalo covering. Zangardi flew out to center in his first at bat. Foul ball. One pitch, grounded to third. Arrigo goes the short way, steps on third, and ends the inning. Burrow adds to a strikeout total. He's got 7 through 3 scoreless innings of work, but the pitch count elevated. He's got 4 walks, 2 more in the inning. Nonetheless, Red Wings looking to add to a narrow 1-0 lead, coming to bat here in the home half of the third. So here's Chris Gonzalo getting his first look at Nova Lopez as the 10-hitter playing shortstop today. He's been a regular at that place in the lineup and at shortstop. He's played a fine defensive shortstop on the season, struggling a bit with the bat. Does have a homer this year that came in a 16-14 loss against Batavia, as Nova Lopez struggling to find the zone early. 2-0 on Gonzalo. Bottom of the third, 1-0 lead for Geneva. They took the lead in the first after a sacrifice fly from Connor Mago. Three and 0 to start things off here in the bottom of the third on Gonzalo. Four-pitch walk to lead things off here for Gonzalo. Red Wings top of the lineup. Coming up, here's Gamble. Gonzalo takes off. The throw to second, not nearly in time. Stolen base for Gonzalo. Gonzalo took off on the first move of Nova Lopez. Pitch was a ball, 1-0 on Gamble at the plate. Gamble worked a walk and came around to score after stealing 2 bags in the bottom of the first. He's the difference in the game right now. Gonzalo, a huge lead off of second base. 6 straight balls from Nova Lopez. Gamble a switch hitter, but we've only seen one at-bat right-handed here at McDonald Park, at least. Not too many lefties. 3-0, 7 straight for Nova Lopez. Nick Pass, the catcher for the Americans, trying to slow things down for his starter. See if Gamble's swinging on 3-0. He is not, but taking off for third is Gonzalo. Ball trickles into left field. Gonzalo will come home on the throwing error. E2. Gamble reaches on the base on balls. He's aboard with his second walk of the game. 2-0 Geneva. Gamble wreaking havoc on the defense there of the Americans. Gamble takes off again, slapped to right field. Gamble going to have to retreat. The throw to first, not nearly in time. Briggs swinging on the first pitch. A little bit unfortunate there for Gamble, who had it stolen very easily. That brings up Connor McGough. Red Wings very confident running on the backstop for the Americans. Nick passed. Gamble not a big lead over there at first. McGough cracks one to left center field, but it hangs up just enough for Ganshow. 2 away. Gamble a big lead off of first. He's taken off, wrapped to first base. Easy play over there for Weiss to end the inning. Gamble stranded on first after working a walk. Nova Lopez is through 3 innings. The Red Wings scratch one across here in the home half of the third after Gonzalo wreaked havoc on the base paths. 2-0 Geneva. Jesmondi steps in, swing and a miss. Walked in his first appearance. Stolen base on the contest. Bro has been generating a lot of swings and misses, and not just on the final pitch of the at-bat. This one is gonna dunk in for a base hit. Barely inside the left field line. Fair. So a leadoff single. Nice job getting it in out there in left field by Filipponi. Weiss also walked as Bro checks the runner at first. Nearly thrown out, back in standing. Sun beginning to peer out beneath those clouds out there in left center field. Anytime the Red Wings have Caden Bro penciled in there as a starter, you feel like you've got a good chance. He's got 7 punchies through his first 3+ innings of work. No pitch count listed on the live stats, but he has worked very deep into counts with a lot of different hitters. He's got 4 walks in 3 innings. The runner takes off from first. Coots throws it into center field, but there for it backing up was Gonzalo. So a stolen base. Man in scoring position now for Weiss. Jesmondi's second stolen base of the contest. 2-0 the count on Weiss at the plate. Bro struggling to find its command. 3-0. Here comes the sun. Fastball clips the top of the zone. Oh, I thought I saw a strike call. My apologies, folks at home. Another walk for Bro. Men on first and second. That brings up Anthony Savino. Fifth walk of the game for Bro. 2 men on, nobody out. Anthony Savino struck out in his first time getting a look at Bro. Went down swinging. Corners drawn in for the Red Wings defense. Squares around a bunt. Tried to push it, but it goes foul. Squared around very late, did Savino. Couldn't keep it fair. Some action stirring out there in the Red Wings bullpen. Nothing serious by the looks of it. Bro taking a long time in between pitches. Trying to center himself. Give the Red Wings some length. Wave and a miss. Swung right through the breaking ball. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Savino down on strikes for the second time today. One away in the inning. Here's Favada, also went down swinging, he also went down on strikes, but he was caught window shopping. Back in the top of the second. Swung on and driven to left field and deep. And it's going to go all the way to the wall. Filippone plays it out there. 1 run will score. Gonzalo's throw to the plate. Cuts down the run. Oh, the ball knocked out. Coots couldn't hang on. Gonzalo threw a strike. And we're tied here in Geneva. 2-2 after an RBI double from Favada. Now the infield drawn in, a man on third with just 1 out. 2 runners in after the double. Could have been 2 outs. Coots just couldn't hold on to that one. Gonzalo threw a strike to cut down the runner at home. And the ball was there well in time. Got to have 2 hands on it. As a former catcher speaking, got to have 2 hands on that one. A sword. He went around. No need to appeal to the field umpire. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Cooper Rowell. Americans looking for a fly ball to score the runner from third. The pitch is popped up. Shallow right field. Tagging is Favada, but he'll just bluff. Nice throw out there in right field to scare off Favada from coming home. 2 outs in the inning. Nick Past getting his second look today at Bro. Past struck out swinging in his first look at Bro. And as much as that wasn't Bro's fault there, and that should be 3 outs right now, and only 2-1 the score. When you walk this many base runners, you got 5 walks in the contest, 2 in the inning. It's bound to happen eventually. As this ball squeaks past Coots, couldn't hang on to it. Oh my goodness. Americans take a 3-2 lead. All 3 runs scratched across here in the top of the 4th. The 3-0 right down the middle, 3-1. Base is now empty, 2 away. Bro looking to avoid any further damage and deals a strike. Past was worried that he might have been called for the swing, but it was called on the pitch. So the payoff from Bro, and he walked him. A lot of pitches being added to Bro's arm here in this 4th inning. Some sloppy baseball being played. So here's Gladfelter, man on first, 2 away. Snap throw to first. Two and 0 on the Americans' leadoff hitter. There's a strike. Missed upstairs, 3-1. A long inning here in the top of the 4th for Bro. Fatigue may be setting in. A really hot day, as I mentioned earlier, in Geneva, New York. Still in the upper 80s here at 7:50. About an hour and 20 into the game. 3-2. Niagara Falls Americans lead after scoring 3 here in the top of the 4th. 3-1 to Gladfelter. Runner takes off. Pitches a strike. Coots concedes the stolen base. So passed off a second. The 3-2. Strike 3. Gladfelter down looking. 8th strikeout for Bro. About some sloppy baseball. A couple of mistakes allows the Americans to take the lead. It's 3-2. Red Wings bats coming up. So Coots leading things off here in the home half of the fourth. Looking to redeem himself. Tight turnaround here. Home plate umpire giving Coots a break. Nova Lopez back out there for his fourth inning of work. The 1-1. Just outside 2-1. Cam Schlittler, who was the front runner for the Cy Young through the first half of the season, has allowed 4 home runs to what has really been a horrible Detroit Tigers team. They're 4th place in their division as Coots takes a strike that clips the outside corner and the count evens at 2-2. The Detroit Tigers leading 6-1 over the Yankees in the top of the third, just 1 out in. Schlittler looking shell-shocked on the mound. Nova Lopez yet to record a strikeout. The 2-2. Excuse me, Nova Lopez does have a strikeout. Here's his payoff pitch. Missed upstairs. Coots works a leadoff walk. Man aboard, here's CJ Arrigo. Nova Lopez deals a first pitch strike. Painted on the inside corner to Arrigo. Cracked down the left field line and foul. Into the visiting bullpen. If it was straight, it might have been gone. The 0-2 pitch to Arrigo. 1-2. It's really cleared up now in Geneva, New York. The overcast clouds have gone away. Clear blue skies. Sun setting out in left center field. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Red Wings third baseman. Nova Lopez pitch. Low and away. 2-2. Coots off of first. Worked a leadoff walk. A long at bat. The pitch is crushed down the left field line. Foul again into the bullpen. Nearly the same spot as the beginning of this at bat. And if he straightens that one out, it might be gone. It might be able to squeak over the left field wall. The 2-2. Line right to third. Tried to double off Coots at first, but back in safely was the Red Wings catcher. Nothing to show for a great at bat. Abbott takes a strike. I want to be careful not to let Nova Lopez settle in. Started the game with like 4 walks. He has not been great. He's really struggled with his command. This one off the inside of the bat. It could be 2. 6-4-3. Dug out at first over there by Weiss to end the inning. Nova Lopez has all of a sudden really settled in and is having a fine start. Americans leading 3-2 after 4. So Bro back out there on the bump for a 5th inning of work. Bro comes into the 5th with 90 pitches through 4 innings of work. He's allowed 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 runs total, 6 walks, 8 strikeouts. Here's David Harris getting his 3rd look at Bro. A double and a walk. Harris came around to score in the previous inning. Bro falls behind 3-0. I believe it's 3-1. But check that. No, it's definitely not. 4-pitch walk to lead things off. with a man aboard. Here's Matthew Ganschow. Another errant throw by Coots on the day allows the runner now to go first to third. Harris has been running all over the Red Wings defense today. Ganschow, an easy RBI opportunity here with the Red Wings infield drawn in. Swing and a miss. Climbed the ladder and swung right through it. 0-2. Bro tried to get Ganschow to chase. To no avail. 1-2 the count. Red Wings getting some serious action out there in the bullpen now. As Bro misses beneath the zone to run the count full from 0-2 to 3-2 on Ganschow. Bro's payoff pitch. Missed inside. Walked him. Men on the corners. Nobody out. Cleanup man Zangardi stepping up to the dish. Here comes assistant coach Bill Coots. And they're going to make the call to the bullpen. Bro's day will be done. He'll be responsible for both runners on base today. Start derailed by some sloppy defense and the walks. He struggled with his command, was able to miss some bats here and there. 8 strikeouts on the day. Here comes Tommy Sheets. Sheets a 6.75 ERA and 6 2/3 innings pitched. 9 hits allowed, 7 runs, 5 of them earned. 5 walks to 5 strikeouts. He has allowed some slug. 4 extra base hits allowed out of those 9 hits. 3 of them doubles, 1 triple. We'll be right back here from Geneva as Sheets warms up. So here's the lefty, Dominic Zangardi, as Tommy Sheets on the mound now to face his first batter. Men on the corners, nobody out, both runners responsible. First pitch strike from Sheets. As I was saying, both runners are Bro's responsibility. Runner takes off from first. Coots fakes the throw, lost the handle. Two men in scoring position. Pitch was a ball, 1-1 on Zangardi. And on the other side, Angel Nova Lopez really has settled in since allowing those 2 runs. He's got just 53 pitches. He's been able to limit the damage with 4 walks. Only 2 runs that come around to score. He's done enough to allow the Americans to hold on to a lead and keep tacking on runs, looking to add more to their 1-run advantage here. Swung on and fouled away. Sheets in desperate need of a strikeout or a weekly hit out. The 1-2. 2-2. The pitch. Called. Strike 3. Painted on the inside corner. 1 away. Jesmondi, 7 RBIs on the season. He can add 2 more here with anything hit into the outfield. A wave and a miss on the changeup from Sheets, 0-1. Infield still in for the Red Wings. Grounded to first, off the glove of Mendola and trickles into right field. Grabbed by Gamble. 2 runs will score. Both of them awarded to Bro. 5-2 Americans after the Derek Jesmondi 2-ribby single. And imagine what could have been. Mendola nearly had that snared. Caught him leaning over at first. Oh, just narrowly back in safely was Jesmondi. Sheets thought he had him. Looked close. Swing and a miss. Went fishing on the slider. 0-1. That's a hit. 0-1 pitch. Popped up right side. Mendola giving way to Gamble for the second out. 5-2, Niagara Falls Americans lead after scoring 3 in the 4th and 2 in the 5th after being held scoreless for the first 3 innings. Sheets again checks the runner at first. Back in safely was Jesmondi. Jesmondi takes off, swung on and tapped foul. See if Jesmondi takes off again. He does not. Swing and a miss on the pitch. Savino can't handle that slider. He's behind 0-2. Sheets picked up the first out via the K. Looking for his second of the appearance here on 0-2. The pitch. Grounded. Up the middle and through for a base hit. Gonzalo had no play on it. Back-to-back. Excuse me, not back-to-back. But 2 men are on now for the Americans with 2 outs. And that brings up Favada. And it was not hit hard, but placed perfectly right up the middle. Hit off the backside of the mound, picked up a little bit of speed, and trickled into the outfield. Great piece of hitting there by Savino. Sheets, a slider, drops in there for a strike. Favada looking to pass the baton. The Americans have been putting up some pesky at-bats in the last couple of innings. Looking to extend their lead as the runner takes off. Coots sidearm throw to third. Got him! The throw perfectly placed on time. Slap tag by Arrigo at third. Red Wings out of what has been a nightmarish last couple of innings on defense. 5-2 is the score. The Americans extend their lead. It's up to 3, and a new arm coming in from the bullpen. Nova Lopez day is over with. We'll get you some information on the new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Americans. We're halfway through. 5-2 the score. Niagara over the Red Wings. Nick Filipponi leading things off here in the home half of the fifth. Weak swing, foul out of play. Christian Mikulski in relief of Angel Nova Lopez. Mikulski just one appearance on the year, a third of an inning. Only faced one batter. Filipponi hit on the wrist. A hit batter in his first one he sees for Mikulski. Here is Ben Buxton after the leadoff hit by pitch. Filipponi takes off. Buxton was squaring around. The throw to second was on target, but not on time. A stolen base for Filipponi. This is the Red Wings game. Get on base, take advantage of it, take the extra base, test out the catcher's arm. They clearly have something on either this pitching staff or the catcher, Nick Past, for the Americans. As this one gets past and allows Filipponi to move up to third. Nobody out. Man on third for Buxton. Infield drawn in for the Americans. Left fielder playing very deep for Buxton. Swings and tips it. 2 balls and a strike on the Red Wings DH. Mikulski falls behind 3-1 on Buxton. Foul back. Count runs full on Buxton. Mikulski working out of the full. Rocks and deals. Cut on and missed. Buxton down on strikes. First strikeout of the season for Mikulski. Now batting, the shortstop, number 1, Christopher Gonzalo. Christopher Gonzalo reached in his first appearance and came around to score. This one is a wild pitch and allows Filipponi to scoot home, cut the deficit to 2. Gonzalo takes a strike, 1-1. Gamble on deck. Mikulski just did not finish that pitch. Missed way out of the zone. Gonzalo puts a drive into one down the left field line. And he cannot get there. Made a sliding attempt, did Ganschow. Needed a couple extra steps to make it. Gonzalo just got under that one. We saw him drive one, really lean on one out and drive it out of the ballpark to left against Batavia a few home games ago. 2-2 pitch coming, line drive, squeaks through the infield and up the middle into center field for a base hit. Gonzalo aboard again, second time in a row. Red Wings back to the top of the lineup. Here's J.C. Gamble. So the Red Wings have the Americans right where they want them. A man on first. Gonzalo has speed, and he's taking off on the first pitch. Mikulski missed. Gonzalo might have been able to take third if he was looking up. Instead, it's a wild pitch allowing Gonzalo to move to second. Gonzalo having a chat with Savino and Gladfelter at short and second, respectively. 1-0 pitch, cut on and fouled back, 1-1. Five to 3 Americans lead. Geneva has scored one in the first, in the third, and now here in the fifth. Just one out. Gonzalo in scoring position. Savino holding on. Gamble fouls it away. Out of play. Gamble never out of an at-bat. You rarely see the leadoff man for the Red Wings this year strike out. Mikulski has one here in the inning. Gamble gets a piece of it. It's to stay alive. Gamble 8 walks to 7 strikeouts. Anytime you see a relatively even number between walks and strikeouts, it usually is indicative that you're facing a good hitter. 1-2 pitch to Gamble is popped up. This might find some grass, and it does. Gonzalo is held up at third. Campbell aboard with a bloop single. Men on the corners with one out. Here's Dylan Briggs. So visit now to the mound. Nobody was up in the bullpen for the Americans. Still nobody out. So just going to have a chat with Mikulski here. A ground ball and you're out of this inning. Americans have already turned a double play today. It was 6-4-3 some time ago. Back in the second inning, Savino and Gladfelter turn 2. Dylan Briggs 0 for 2 today. RBI opportunity, and watch out for Gamble to attempt to steal second here. Big lead off of first. Briggs looked like he really wanted that one. Able to hold up. 1-0 on the Red Wings center fielder. Gamble takes off. Briggs swinging on the pitch. Gonzalo tagging. The throw goes to first. So scoring on the play was Gonzalo, a sacrifice fly for the Red Wings. And that brings up Connor McGough as they inch to within one. Gamble takes off again. A throw down. Perfectly placed, but Gamble in there safely. Speed proved to be too much for the arm of Nick Past. Two away in the inning. McGough buckled on the breaking ball. Count evens at 1-1. So a nice job there for Dylan Briggs, who picked up his third RBI of the year on the sac fly that scored Gonzalo. Gonzalo scored his second run of the game. As Gamble takes off for third, McGough swinging on the pitch, fouled away and out of play. Gamble will have to head back. He's getting a lot of cardio here in this bottom of the fifth inning. The 1-2. Missed inside. 2-2. Gamble off a second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs across here in the bottom of the fifth. Red Wings trail by 1. Gamble takes off for third, and he is in there standing. Nick Past able to keep it in front of him, but had no ability to make a play on Gamble, who has been running all over the Americans so far today. Mikulski working from the full with Gamble off a third. The 3-2 missed outside. McGough works a long walk. Men on the corners. That brings up John Mendola. Always dangerous from the lefty batter's box. McGough takes off. Pass, throw down, it trickles into center field. The play was on to have the shortstop come over and cut it off. McGough advancing to third. Red Wings tie it up. Nick Past having a rough game back there, throwing out runners. McGough nearly fell down in between third and home. 1 ball, 1 strike on John Mendola. Runner on third, 2 away in the inning. Mikulski in his first inning of work. Mendola puts a drive into one deep to center field. A couple steps in front of the warning track is Jesmondi to put it away. Mendola just missed a 2-run homer to untie this one. But the Red Wings scratch 3 across in the home half of the fifth. And the bullpen going to need to throw up some zeros. Tommy Sheets heading back out there in a tie ball game. Vincent Favada back up there, getting his second life after the runner was thrown out at third by Coots when he was up to the dish. Missed the bunt on the first pitch. Thought he had something over there for Arrigo. This is a swinging one hopper to Gamble. Fires on the run. Dug out at first by Mendola. Saved an error for Gamble, and Gamble really made a nice effort on that one. One away. And Vincent Favada was just thrown out of this game for arguing the call at first. I don't really think it was that close of a play, to be honest. I mean, Favada vehemently disagreed with the first base umpire. Mendola has been a master of the scoop over there at first all season. He saved a bunch of errors for this Red Wings defense as Sheets fires a first pitch strike to Cooper Rowell. Guys in the chat, if you want to go back and look at that in between innings, let me know if that was really a close play, as this one lofted in the air to right field. Mago puts it away for the second out. So here is the Americans catcher, Nick Past. Past 0 for 1 today with a walk. Takes a first pitch strike from Sheets, front door breaking ball. Second time he's thrown that pitch as the first pitch to a batter for a strike. Tried to go to the fastball, narrowly missed off the plate, 1-1. Fouled away and out of play, 1-2. Sheets just missed. Walked off the mound like he had it. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Sheets picks up his second K of the day and throws up a 0 here in the top of the 6th. Red Wings bats coming up. Caden Coots leading things off. Cut on and missed on the first pitch. One ball, one strike on the catcher. Coots not wearing any batting gloves. Typically does. Two one. Clips the inside corner under the hands of Coots and evens the count at 2-2. Mikulski rocks and deals. Went with the front door breaking ball. Coots able to catch a piece of it to stay alive. Coots got things started in the previous inning for the Red Wings when they scored 3 and tied it up at 5s. Able to hold up. Count is full. Payoff pitch, cut on and miss. Coots down on strikes, one away here in the bottom of the 6th. Rigo hit one on the screw. Oh, man. Hit in the back of the neck. Looks like he's all right. Flipped the bat. Really not happy with Mikulski, who has not really pitched well in his warm-ups either. So, man aboard. Here's Dylan Abbott. As I was saying before, Arrigo was drilled in the back of the head. He hit one on the screws in his previous at-bat. But it was right at Rowell at third to end the inning. My bad. Ball squeaks away, going to second on the blocked pitch from past was Arrigo, able to get in there. Ball went into center field, but not far enough away for Arrigo to advance to third. Didn't have his eye on it. Maybe if he was right on top of things, he might have been able to advance, but instead, he is on second base, still in scoring position for Abbott. Two-seamer just missed inside for Mikulski. 3-0 on Abbott. Four-pitch walk to Abbott. Two men on, one out for Filipponi, who takes a healthy hack, swings right through it, 0-1. Thank you in the chat, Jim Bro. Yeah, I agree, it was too close to tell. Favada came by and said something to the home plate umpire, though, as this one bounced out in front of the plate. Rounding third is Arrigo. Following behind and advancing to second was Abbott. Two men in scoring position now. As I was saying, Favada, before he was promptly tossed out of the game, chirped something to the home plate umpire on his way back to the dugout. And I mean, it's not the home plate umpire's call. It's the first base umpire's call, the field umpire. So should have had a gripe with him. Mikulski misses way arm side, giving past a run for his money. 2 balls and a strike to the 8-hole hitter playing left field today, Nick Filipponi. Americans infield drawn in. Mikulski, another wild pitch. Arrigo comes around to score. Red Wings take the lead 6-5. This is just Mikulski's second appearance of the PGCBL 2026 season. Ben Buxton waiting on deck. Sky down the left field line and out of play. Payoff pitch coming. Cut on and miss. Strike 3. Filipponi down on strikes, 2 away in the inning. Here's Buxton. Buxton takes inside. Abbott, a huge lead off of third base on that last pitch. Mikulski working from the full. Dribbled. Right back to Mikulski. Flips to first and ends the inning to avoid any further damage. But the Red Wings score 1 on a wild pitch and take the lead right back. It's 6-5. Geneva will head to the 7th. So here's Justin Gladfelter batting leadoff, squares around a bunt off of Sheets. Arrigo charging on the play over at third. Top 7, 6-5. Geneva just took the lead in the previous frame. I believe Gladfelter today has 3 punchies, and now he's got a hit. 1 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Better than 0 for 4. Leadoff single, Gladfelter aboard. Passing the baton to David Harris. Arrigo gave it a try, just past the outstretched reach. Gladfelter, 19 stolen bases on the year, leads the Americans. And is among the league leaders in stolen bases in all of the PGCBL. Sheets really worried about Gladfelter. Good reason. Sheets comes home. Gladfelter takes off. Coots throw up the line. Gonzalo tried to apply the tag before he had the ball. Stolen base for Gladfelter. Pitch was a ball. 2-0 on Harris with a man on second, nobody out. Sheets clips the outside corner. First strike to Harris. Harris has reached all 3 times he's come up to the plate, and he's got a double to go along with it as Gladfelter steals, and the balk. Yeah, he can't do that. He's got to turn and go to second because the runner was not occupying third base quite yet. So it is a balk, and honestly, Sheets is lucky that it is a balk. If not, Gladfelter would have come home to score. Weird technicalities in a quirky child's game that we call baseball. Infield in for the Red Wings. Nobody out. Runner on third. Called strike on the outside corner, 2-2. Sheets, 2 strikeouts so far in relief of Bro. Has not allowed his own run yet. Tried to expand. The count is full on Harris. Again, Harris has reached in all 3 of his plate appearances. Swinging a hot bat. Sheets looking to stamp out the flame that is Harris. The payoff. Just got a piece of it. And stays alive. We'll do it again on 3-2. Called strike 3. Painted on the inside corner. Harris down on strikes. 1 away. Great pitch. Now batting number 15, Matthew Gancho. I just said great pitch over the speaker. Good grief. Sheets back to the strike zone, 0-1. Harris finally sat down today for the first time in 4 plate appearances. Nice stop by Coots. One, called strike. Ganchow not happy with the call. Behind in the count 1-2 to Sheets. Sheets needs a weekly hit out or a strikeout. Ganchow, some funky body language here behind in the count. Clearly upset with the umpire. Infield in. 1-2 pitch. Grounded to short. Off the glove of Gonzalo into left field. Got eaten up on the one hopper. And coming home to score on the play to tie the game was Gladfelter. 6-6 the score here in the top of the 7th. Runner takes off. Coots has a perfect opportunity to throw, but sails it, and the ball squeaks by Briggs in center field. Oh my goodness. There's no chance at the runner. Another error back there for Coots. He's been killing the Red Wings all day. He just cannot get the ball down on the throw to second. 7-6, Niagara takes the lead. One-0 pitch, grounded to third. Arrigo, Fields, 2 away. Here's Jesmondi. Looped into center field. Briggs went back on it, now comes in on it, and there to put it away to end the inning. Americans score 2 in the top of the 7th. Gladfelter got on base and came around to score after stealing a couple bags, forcing a balk from Sheets. And another runner came around to score. 7-6 now. Flip-flop the score, another lead change. Now pitching is Jackson Lerner in the game for Mikulski. Lerner is actually a pitcher. He's got 8 appearances on the season to Mikulski's now 2 after today. Lerner a 7.80 ERA and 15 innings pitched, 15 hits allowed, 20 runs. Just 13 of them earned. He's got 6 walks to 3 strikeouts. Here's Gonzalo getting his 3rd up of the day. Takes the first pitch strike from Jackson Lerner. Front door breaking ball. 0-1. Gonzalo 1 for 1 today with a walk. And a couple of stolen bases. Gonzalo behind 0-2. Cut on and miss. Tipped into the glove. 1 away. Gamble hit on the first pitch, front side. Now he's aboard the ever dangerous and quick and elusive J.C. Gamble now aboard for Dylan Briggs. Briggs aboard, or Gamble aboard with 1 out. Pass throw down is not in time. Another stolen base for JC. If he gets on first, you can pretty much write it down. He'll get to second. Unless he's picked off. Gamble, a big smile off a second. 1-0 on the Red Wings center fielder. 1-1. Gamble takes off for third. No chance for past. Looking demoralized back there behind the plate. Pitch missed behind Briggs. 2 balls and a strike on him. We've seen the infield end more often than we haven't as Briggs rips one. Inside third and down the left field line. It'll go all the way to the wall. Briggs into second with a stand-up RBI double. Ties the game at 7s. Man, he really ripped that one. Nice piece of hitting there by Briggs. McGo squares around a bunt, lays down a perfect one, breaks to third. Lerner slips and falls. And McGo reaches on the bunt single. Men on the corners with one out. Here's Mendola. So here's John Mendola, men on the corners, one out, tie ball game once again. McGo takes off, pass, throw down, not in time, and it's cut off there by the second baseman, Gladfelter. That's what they were trying to do some time ago when Pass threw it into center field. Savino tried to cut it off that time around. So now two men in scoring position with one out for Mendola. As he takes a strike, evens the count at 1-1. Mendola able to hold up. 3 balls and a strike on the Red Wings first baseman. I believe we've had 6 lead changes in this one so far in 7+, 6+, I should say. Mendola reaches via the base on balls. Here's Caden Coots with the bases loaded and just one out. He can make up for his defensive woes here with one swing of the bat. So an unproductive at bat. Coots pops out on the first pitch. 2 away. Here comes Arrigo. Arrigo holds up. Lerner in his first inning of work in a bit of trouble. He's already allowed a run in this inning. Briggs off a third, McGo off a second, Mendola off a first. 1-0 pitch, missed outside. Nice stop there by Pass to save a run. 2-0 though on the batter, CJ Arrigo. Arrigo 0 for 2 today. This is his third at bat. Missed inside. Nearly hit him. 3-0 count. Nowhere to put him. Will Arrigo have the green light? No, he will not. Taking all the way. Lerner clipped the inside corner. Bases loaded, 2 outs for the Red Wings. Third baseman 0 for 2 today, looking for his first knock. Here's the pitch. Missed inside. He walked him with the bases loaded. 8-7. Red Wings lead as Briggs comes around to score on the RBI walk. And Abbott couldn't get the bat down in time. It'll be a strike as it hits the bat rather, behind his head. And they teach you to do that in Little League. They do. Sometimes it just happens. I've been there. I understand his pain. You'd rather it be 1-0 with a pass ball and your teammate Mago coming home to score, taking a 2-run lead. Instead, it's 0-1. Now 1-1. Missed high and tight did Lerner. 2-1. No action in either bullpen. This is Lerner's game in the bottom of the 7th. Red Wings lead 8-7. Back and forth game this has been. And that time, he gets the bat out of the way. My score bug reads wrong. My apologies, everybody. 8-7 the score. A 3-1. And he hit him. Abbott hit by a pitch, brings home another run. Mago coming around to score. The other runners will advance. So things starting to unravel here for Jackson Lerner, struggling with his command. 9-7. Here's Nick Filipponi. So all of this happening with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-run advantage now for the Red Wings as Lerner gets back to the strike zone. That's a tough call for Filipponi. Looked high and away, but he didn't like the call. Home plate umpire did. It's 0-1 on the Red Wings left fielder. Lerner is consistently missing with that slider, trying to find the front of the plate with that sidearm slider. The 1-1. Yanked it. Nice job there by Nick to save a passed ball. Two-one. Missed up and in. 3-1. Again, nowhere to put Filipponi. 2 men have been walked with the bases loaded, walked or hit by a pitch, and they've both brought in runs. Red Wings have brought 3 across here in the bottom of the 7th. 9-7 advantage. Here's the pitch. Missed inside. Another walk. Gonna need to get some action going out there for the Americans in the bullpen. It is 10-7, Geneva. So the Red Wings have not gotten the big swing here. Buxton looking to be the guy off the third baseman and stays in the infield. Arrigo home to score. That was really hit on the screws there by Buxton. 11-7 Geneva. Not sure how that will be scored. Likely a hit. Bases are still loaded, station to station. Here comes Christopher Gonzalo. Gonzalo, healthy hack, wave and a miss from Lerner, 0-1. So the bases are still loaded. Red Wings, their largest lead of the game, leading by 4. Home plate umpire thought about calling that one. Gonzalo appreciates the restraint. 1 ball, 1 strike on the Red Wings shortstop. Gonzalo brushed up and in. 2 balls and a strike. Lerner struggling to grip. Hands must be sweaty. Nice job back there by Nick to save another pass ball and a run. 3-1 though, the count. Lerner cannot find the strike zone. 5 runs across in the bottom of the 7th. Gonzalo looking for his pitch. 1 swing of the bat could really change this game up. 4-run lead for Geneva. 2 outs. All these runs coming with 2 outs. Here's the 3-1. Missed below the zone. Gonzalo, another walk. Something crazy like the 5th consecutive walk for Geneva. And now, head coach Will Cordero making a brisk walk out to the mound. I think they will make a call to the pen. 12-7, Geneva leads by 5. 6 runs scored here in the 7th. They will make a call. Lerner's day is done. All 3 runners on base are his responsibility. So Dominic Zangardi, who was the DH, batting cleanup today, will come in to pitch, the lefty. So we will see a right-handed at bat here from Gamble, I believe. Yes, he is warming up as a righty. Coming into a bases-loaded jam is Zangardi. 4 innings pitched on the year. So here's Gamble, bases loaded, 2 outs. Zangardi misses upstairs. 6 runs across in the inning. Zangardi working from the full. Again misses upstairs, not getting the call. 2-0 on Gamble. Now 3-0. Let's see if Gamble's got the green light here on 3-0. Zangardi has not thrown a strike yet coming out of the pen. Here's the pitch. Called strike. Umpire could not decide on it, gave him the benefit of the call. So here's the 3-1 pitch from Zangardi to Gamble. Hit through the left side. It's a base hit from the right side for Gamble. 1 run scores. Buxton gunning for home. He will score. Ball goes off of Gonzalo as he headed into third. Gamble advances to second on the errant throw. Gonzalo, hope he's all right. Gonna check on him. 14-7. Man, Gamble just finds a way to produce no matter what. And the ball got away and went out of play, so it'll be 15-7. 8-run advantage for the Red Wings, 9 across in the inning. Things getting ugly here at McDonald Park. So they're going to allow Gamble to move up to third on the throwing error. They'll say he was already on his way to second. So the extra base allows him into third with 2 outs. All of this happening with 2 outs. Another RBI opportunity here for Dylan Briggs, who has one today. A sacrifice fly all the way back in the 3rd inning. Excuse me, I believe that was the first run of the game, back in the 1st. Gamble came around to score after stealing a couple bases. Inside out swing, lofted to right field. There to put it away is David Harris. The nightmare inning finally ends for the Americans. And now it is 15-7 after a 9-run bottom of the 7th and a flurry of walks issued by Americans pitching. May have a new pitcher in for the Red Wings. Yes, Lane Whiting will come into the game for Geneva. We'll be right back here from McDonald. So here is Adam Weiss. Lane Whiting now into the game to pitch in relief of Tommy Sheets. Whiting deals a first pitch strike out of the pen. Three walks, scored runs in the bottom of the seventh. And then Ben Buxton hit a hard single that went off the glove of the third baseman, Rowell, that scored one. Gonzalo then walked home a run. And then Gamble singled to left center field and scored three, bases clearing. One ball, two strikes. Whiting comes home. Looks like Coots might have gotten hit somewhere you don't want to. No, he's holding at his ankle, rather. Two balls, two strikes on the leadoff man in the top of the eighth for the Americans. Whiting rocks and deals. Missed upstairs. Full count. The payoff. Walked him. He was ahead in the count, fell behind, and eventually walked him. That brings up Anthony Savino. Weiss off of first. Savino getting his first look at Whiting. Snap throw to first. Not in time. Weiss back in safely. Oh, 1. Now moves to 0-2. Whiting filling up the strike zone. The pitch. Swung on and fouled out of play. The 0-2. Wave and a miss. First punchy for Whiting. One away. So here is Stickler in the game for Favada, who was ejected from the game for arguing with the umpiring staff. Whiting really filling up the strike zone, worked ahead 0-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Consecutive strikeouts for Whiting, 2 away in the inning after the leadoff walk. Here's Cooper Rowell. Whiting really got some zip on that fastball. Swung on and missed. 0-2. Third batter in a row. He's gotten ahead 0-2. The pitch. Missed low and away. 1-2. Lifted in the air out to right field. And that'll end the inning. Whiting comes in and works a scoreless top of the 8th. Red Wings leading by 8 to score. 15-7. Geneva leads. So here's Connor McGough. Swinging at the first pitch. Popped up. Right side. And first baseman runs out of room. Zangardi back out there. The lefty on the mound working out of the full. Drops in a breaking ball. 0-2 on McGough. Red Wings can walk it off here if they score 2 in the inning. Ground ball, second base. Going to be a tough play, and the tag applied by Weiss at first. What a play to retire McGough. Here's Mendola. Checks his swing, called a strike. 1-1. Two and one on John Mendola. awkward swing. Full count now on Mendola. Payoff pitch coming. Cut on and miss. Strike three. Mendola down, swinging. 2 away in the inning. Here's Coots. First pitch swinging. Slices into the home bullpen. Healthy hack. Just got a piece of it. But now 0-2 on Coots. Red Wings put up a crooked number in the previous frame. 9 runs in an inning. Not often you see that. The game was close up until then. It was actually a tie ball game in the top of the 7th. The Americans scored 3 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and 2 in the 7th for their 7 runs. They've got 7 hits today. The Red Wings took advantage of a bunch of walks from Jackson Lerner and from Zangardi. Swing and a miss. Coots down on strikes to end the inning. Red Wings leading by 8. And just going to need somebody to come in and throw up a nice quick 0 to walk out of here with a win and improve to 4-3 at home. We'll be right back here from McDonough. So Whiting back out there for a second inning of work. Nick passed the first line of defense for the Niagara Falls Americans, who are now down to their final 3 outs, trailing by 8 here in the top of the 9th. Fouled away and out of play. 1-1 the count. Whiting lost the strike zone. 3 balls and a strike on the 10-hole hitter passed, who has a walk today. Missed inside, leadoff man aboard. Top of the lineup coming up. Gladfelter was squaring around. They've got him. Snap throw to first. Got him. Pass tried to swim move, but Mendola applied the tag. Great throw from Coots to catch Gladfelter slipping. Leadoff walk wasted as passed, thrown out on the base paths. Cut on and missed. Bat flies into the dugout. Couldn't handle the heat. Gladfelter looking to pad his stats with one swing. Reapply that pine tar to those batting gloves. And he'll step back in an 0-2 hole. Tough to tell from up here, but it looked like the ball beat past to the bag as Whiting fires home on 0-2. Misses inside 1-2. The ball definitely beat past to the bag, but I'm not sure if he was able to avoid the tag of Mendola with the swim move. So, nonetheless, he's off the base paths. The game's out of reach right now, down 8. 1-2 pitch from Whiting, nearly plunked Gladfelter. Just got out of the way, 2-2. Gladfelter got a piece of it to stay alive. The pitch. Missed. Count full. Whiting's payoff pitch. Painted on the outside corner. 2 away. Second out. Getting the win song ready here in Geneva. This will be their 4th home win of the year, improving to 4-3 at home on the season, 7-13 overall. Been playing much better baseball as of late after starting 1-10 this year. Should they win, again, they'd be 7-13, so 6-3 over their last 9. Check that math. Pretty sure it's right. Did it off the top of my head. And I believe it will be the last game in a Red Wings uniform, at least for this season, for J.C. Gamble. I believe he's only here for the month of June. And if it is, I mean, he's really got a bright future ahead of him. Him and Mendola. Mendola over at first. I believe they're on the same kind of schedule. But should it be their last game here with the Red Wings, it's really been a pleasure to call the games with those guys in the infield and batting at the top of the lineup every day, especially Gamble. He's so quick, so dynamic. Really got a lot going for him. Switch hitter, great defender, strong arm, fast, can hit for power. Really a five-tool player, Gamble is. Should have had a homer this year, grand slam. That would have put the Red Wings up 15-14 against Batavia. Hit off the massive construction sign out there in right center field. And this one is cut on and missed. If Coots records the out at first, and he does, then the game will be over. The Red Wings win 15-7 by 8 here against the Americans. Whiting comes in and throws a couple of scoreless innings to shut the door. As I mentioned, the Red Wings improved to 7-13. They've won 6 out of their last 9 games. They're above 500 at home on the year. They match their win total from all of last season at 7. All smiles for the Red Wings. Tomorrow night, the Red Wings will host the Elmira Pioneers here at 6:30 at McDonald Park. I will be on the call once again. I have been Jacob Rodriguez. Red Wings win 15-7 over the Niagara Falls Americans. Take care, everybody, and tune back in tomorrow.